The following show is for educational purposes only. It is not intended to diagnose nor treat any medical condition. Any information or recommendations provided should always be discussed with your healthcare professional. Welcome to the Patient Talks. I'm Physician Assistant Frank Smith. It's Wellness Week, and on this week's episode, we're going to discuss the best medication. In every clinician's office, you'll find that we have reference books, whether it be a book on dermatology, internal medicine, procedures. We have a lot of different reference materials, even in this modern age of the internet. And one of the reference materials you'll find in every office is a pharmacology text. There is a staggering number of medications out there, and while there's some that we use often enough that we basically know them off the top of our head, there's some that we have to really review. This one has been out of date for a few years, so I can kind of show it. It has the width and breadth of most of the medications that we use in family practice. It has everything from antiviral agents, antibiotics, hyperlipidemia, dermatology, hypertension, you name it, it's in here. And it's a lot of information, and that's why we always keep a reference text available. However, there is one thing that all of these medications have in common, and that is there's always a listing down at the bottom of contraindications, side effects, and problems. It's true. It doesn't matter whether it's your cholesterol medication, your high blood pressure medication, medication for dermatology, a medication to help weight loss, they all have the potential for side effects. The newest and greatest medications that you see out there on the commercials that are direct to consumer, half of the commercial discusses the potential side effects of the medication. So that brings up a good point. Out of all the medications that are in here and all the medications that you see on a commercial, which ones are the best medications? And the answer is, the best medication is the one you don't have to take. Now, what I mean by that is, a lot of the medications that we write for, we're treating things that if you were to attack it aggressively on your own, it will likely improve. High blood pressure in a patient who is overweight and takes in too much sodium is probably self-correctable. Somebody that we see their hemoglobin A1C, that marker of diabetes that I talked about on my episode on diabetes, if we see it creeping up, if a patient starts actively watching their diet, getting some exercise, it tends to go down on its own. And do you know what the side effects are of changing your diet, changing your lifestyle? You feel better. I've now covered the list of side effects that come from making those changes. Meanwhile, every medication that we write for has the potential for a side effect. So the best medication is the one you don't have to take. Now, there is one caveat to that. You will occasionally have a patient that has done everything they're supposed to, and the problem isn't better. I can have a patient that their blood pressure was sky high. They've changed their diet. They've started exercising. They've done all the right things. And their blood pressure is still high enough for two people. And sometimes I'll have those patients say, well, I guess that's just the way I'm built. True. You're probably also built to die of a heart attack or a stroke in your 50s. At that point, it is a medication that you have to take. If you have become full-blown diabetic, there is the potential that with lifestyle it may pull back down, but on the front end, there are medications you have to take. If your thyroid has stopped working, there are medications you have to take. But if something is correctable on your own, the best medication is the one you don't have to have. And that's Wellness Week. I hope I've given you something to think about. If I have, please click the like and subscribe button down below. I'll be back next week. Until then, get better and make me look good. See you soon.